Well, welcome everybody back to the Flying Doghouse. As you can see, we're going to have a go at something I normally don't go for. At any rate, this airplane is really good. For some reason, this aircraft, for whatever reason, just doesn't fit my eye. I think it looks like an anteater. Yeah, let the hate flow through you. At any rate, this is the Black Square Baron turboprop. And I have to tell you, this thing will haul the freight. So we can look past that exceptionally large appendage. And we'll jump in the airplane and we'll go ahead and get this started up. So we've had a look at the normally aspirated Bonanza. So we're going to give this one a try. So here we go. Let's get started. There we go. In the aircraft we go. All right. So cockpit's going to look remarkably like what we looked at before, with a couple of notable exceptions. And the startup procedure is really going to be what's different with this. So the other review that we did on the Bonanza, we talked about the tablet. We also talked about it when we looked at the Baron. Anyway, there are a lot of things that you can customize and control from the tablet. It's very, very well done. Failure customizations are here for the offing. We've got an electrical system schematic, engine which gets animated when the aircraft is actually started up, and watch things happening while it's happening. And you can manage your payload. So at any rate, that's going to be pilot's left. Click on that show tablet button right next to your feet. Okay, so timing is everything with this, right? And getting this right will mean the difference between restarting your flight or having a fly. Because you can break the engine. So we are going to attempt to get this done correctly here. At any rate, let's go ahead and hide the yoke. And we'll go ahead and get the battery on, alternator on. Leave avionics off for the moment. Some lights cut on here, panel lights on. There we go. Just so that people will know that we're getting ready to shenanigate. Fuel is on. It's set for the left tank. That's fine. Okay, so you don't have prop and mixture. You have condition, right? You've got the engine condition lever here, which needs to be set to off for start. And then we've got our prop RPN, which needs to be run to 100%. And our throttle here does have thrust reversers on it, so you'll have to play some games with your controllers to make that happen for you. All right, so annunciator panel up here at the top. Let's see if we can get this done right. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the fuel pump on. And we are not going to introduce fuel into the engine until the turbine has stabilized. So we'll watch that come up. It'll get to about 2 on the gauge, and then we should be able to introduce fuel, and then we'll get a successful engine start. All right, so with that being said, let's see if we can make the happening. Okay. Pump number 1 on. Starter on. Engine ignition on. And here we go. Gas generation is going to roll up to about 2. You can hear the pitch change. And that looks good. We're going to introduce fuel. And we're going to immediately cut the generator on. If you don't do that, then you're going to end up with a battery heat problem, which you don't want. Okay, annunciator panel now is clear. Let's go ahead and cut our avionics on here. All right. Don't get that sequence correct. You're going to damage the engine. Speaking of engine damage, open up the tablet here and take a look. And it will show us our engine health. And as I mentioned, animations are taking place. There is a chip detect in the engine. So if it detects metal, then Houston, you have a problem. So you will know that it has blown up when you see the chip light come on in the panel above. All right, we are rolling right along here. Let's look at our gases and such, and they are looking in the normal range. And we can go ahead and cut the tablet back off. But the rest of this is what you have experienced already in the normally aspirated Baron, right? It does have autopilot, and it will follow vertical speed and all those other fun things. So it is definitely a pleasure to fly, and as I mentioned when we spawned in, it will haul the freight. Okay, so let's jump outside. And ground handling on this is what you would expect from the other Barons. It is quite speedy, so we do need to, take a little bit of care here as we roll through. Let's use chase plane view here. Zoom in a bit. And we'll go ahead and start our taxi. And we're going to ignore the ground equipment here. Rate of climb on this is quite impressive, as you would expect. And we'll make our way out here onto the runway. Okay. Sim glitch here, so we're going to re-record the first part of the video, but we'll start back here with our departure. Let's go ahead and get some flap. Go to flaps 12. We're going to stand on the parking brakes. And we are going to run the engine up here. Off brake. Bit overzealous there on the run up. We'll see if we got any damage from it. We'll check the tablet here in a few minutes. All right, we're climbing out. And we'll turn. back toward Jockey's Ridge State Park as usual. As I mentioned, this will haul the freight. And it will also put you into a spin and kill you if you are not mindful and gentle. Pay attention to your stall warnings. Views here of the airplane in action. Our flaps up. And we'll jump back in the cockpit here. All right. Let's get... Again, it is very sensitive. And I did run it past on torque, so I have over torqued it just a little. We'll put her into a climb here, and we'll climb to about 5,000 feet. How about that? And I have got it right on the edge of torque. We're about 2,600 on vertical speed, and airspeed is staying relatively steady here. We're all the way up to 3,000 so far. Chase view here. It will get you there quickly. So I've done a couple of cross countries in it. And the more I fly it, the more I really like it. And again, I am still learning with the airframe. I have been flying almost exclusively the normally aspirated version of this. But this is quite fun. You can see how quickly we've gotten up to 4,300 feet. Next to no time. At any rate, I got this, the Bonanza and the Baron in a bundle. And if you catch it on sale like that and get it with a little bit of a discount, it's a tremendous value. If you're not into flying twins and you only want the, I'm overspeeding here, you only want the single engine, then it's not going to be quite as much bang for your buck. But again, it's back to what you like. Fly what you like. Don't fly it because somebody else likes it. Fly it because you like the way it flies. I can tell you that you're going to be seeing more of this on some of our cross-country tour, that's for sure. But I have a couple of ideas for how I want to use this going forward as we continue our way across the Great Lakes. So we'll be using this in addition to the Baron and the 414. All right, what's the verdict? The verdict is this is an outstanding aircraft and offers exceptional performance. And you do need to be careful with it. So to that end, let's get set up here. Take a look at the tablet and see if I've how much damage I have done. And I did do some. So you can see the engine condition is now to 80%. So I think that's a good thing to see, right? This is not about perfection. It's about learning and getting better. And clearly, I still have some learning to do. There you go. The Bonanza turboprop variant from Black Square. I'm going to leave it here. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. We'd love to have you as a channel subscriber. Some other fun things coming out. There's some new scenery to be released shortly. And we'll have some more content reviews. I'm going to take a look at a couple of the variants of the Baron as well. But if you haven't flown the turboprop version, have at it. Just take care on startup and manage that torque. And those things will put you in good shape. All right. Until next time, keep well, be kind to each other. And as always, cheers, y'all.